Hello guys, welcome back to Maths Zone African Motives. We are still on our mathematics for grade 10. This platform, we just want to focus on our statistics. Remember the part of statistics, it is an important part that you need to understand the issue of the information which we talk about as the data that is given for a particular data that you're given, which is the results of a statistical investigation that you can have. So we are talking about the statistical investigation that can happen in whatever way that you can talk about. Okay, so we have in this case the part of the stem and leaf plot. Stem and leaf. This is the most important part that you want to check and see what exactly are we talking about here when you're talking about the stem and leaf plot. Considering numbers, because this one it's a presentation which shows like we are working with the multiples of 10. So you're working like multiples of 10, representing numbers on a stem. So you've got the part that represents the stem, and we have got the part that represents the leaf. Okay. So in short, let me just write S for stem and L for the what? For the leaf. Okay. So I'm just gonna put it this way. This is your stem, and this L is for what? For the leaf. So taking your numbers, let's say what you're gonna do, the stem is going to consist of this. We're gonna work with multiples of 10 from 0 to 9. Okay, from 0 to 9. Then from there, from 10, we are going to go to where? To 19. Okay, just before a 20. Like we are working with 0, 10. So what is important is that we are working with the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. So it's going to be 0, 10, and so on, and so on, and so on. All right. So like I said, it's going to be 20 to 29. Then we're going to have 30, 0, 10, 20, 30. It's going to be 39, 40 to 49, so that we can have a 50 here to 59, so that we can have a 60 to 69, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. So this is what you're gonna have on your number. So they'll go up to 79, 80, and so on, even 100 and so on. Then we shall, but for now, I want us to talk about numbers that are less than 100. Okay, so these numbers that we shall be talking about, they are less than 100. Okay, then we shall talk about another class of these numbers that are greater than 100. How do you operate with those numbers of that nature? Okay, so this is what we are simply saying. All numbers that are from 0 to 9, all numbers from 0 to 9, on the stem, you shall write a 0. All right. You if I want to write a number such as 7, this number 7 is same as 07. Okay. So if I want to write a number, maybe it's 3, it's gonna be 03. So all numbers in between is 0 and what? 0 and 9. Their stem is going to be a 0. You're going to write 0 on the stem. Then the remaining number that you see here, the remaining number is your leaf. Like here, I'm remaining with the 3. Maybe I've got 2 numbers in that set of numbers between 0 and 9. Maybe they are just 2 numbers. Maybe there's 3 and 7. So I'm going to start with the smallest number, which is 3, followed by what? Followed by 7 on the stem, on the leaf. Okay, so the stem is this number that is from 10, 0, 10, and so on. And then the leaf are the digits that are remaining from that number that you've taken, the first digit. Okay, we remain with a 0. Like if I want to write 6, 0, 6, I take a 0, I write it on the stem. The 6, I write it here. So these numbers that you write on the leaf, this side of the leaf, these numbers that you write this side, these ones, you must write them in order. Okay, if you are given numbers, maybe like this one, 3 and 7, you're gonna start with 3 and what? And 7. So it means we can take back our numbers from this concept to say our number is 03. That's our first number. Our second number is 07, which is what? Which is same as what? Which is same as a 7. Okay. For the numbers that are in between 10 to 19, 10 to 19, any numbers that you're going to take from 10 to 19, their stem is going to be a 1. This number here, this is our number here. This is going to be their stem. Okay, so the stem, you're going to write a 1. Then the leaf is the number that is remaining. Okay, maybe I have got a 10, 11, and a 13. These are the numbers that I have. These numbers, they are between what? They are between 10 and 19. So I'm going to write 1 as the stem of these numbers, okay? This is the stem 1. Then the leaf, I'm going to have the digits that are remaining as 0 here. I remain with a 1 here. I remain with a 3. So I'm going to write my 3 here and so on, okay? So let's say these are the numbers. I'm going to give you examples later on, but I just want you to understand the presentation of the stem and leaf, okay? Maybe let's talk about numbers that are between 20 to 20. So as you can see, 20 to 29, the stem is going to be what? These two, okay? These two here is your stem. So if you have numbers, maybe it's 23, 25, 26, okay? Another 23, like this, okay? What you do is that you have to rearrange these numbers in their order, okay? Maybe these are numbers that you have, so you're gonna have 23, followed by this 23, 23, okay, it's just the same, okay, 26. So like I said, the stem from 20 to 29, the stem is 2. So you take this number, the first digit here, 2, okay, that's your stem. So you're gonna have your stem, which is 2. Then the leaf are these ones that are remaining here. I've got a 3. Here, I'm gonna remain with a 3. Here, I'm gonna remain with a 5. Here, I'm gonna remain with a 6 in the order. In the order, don't mix the numbers. So it means you can even take back these numbers to say this is 23, okay? This is also 23. If I take it this way, I've got 23, okay? If I take it this way, I've got what? 25. This is 25, so it's gonna be 25. I hope we are following the concept, okay? Sorry, 25 like this, 25. Okay, 26 like this, gonna have 26. So like this one, I've got a 10, 1 and 0, that's a 10. If I take 1 and this 1 here, I've got 11. If I take 1 and this 3, I've got what? I've got 13. So that is, these numbers are these numbers that you already have, but you are presenting them in another way. So you must be able to take them back. So this is what is going to happen, guys, through all and so on and so on. So if you take a consideration from 30 to 39, the stem is going to be what? 3, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to, and so on. These are your stems. So here you're going to have 3, 4, 5, depending with the numbers that you're given. But I just want us to analyze these few numbers that we have here. What is it that they mean? Like I said, they can give you information. All right, this we shall see it later on. They might give you information on a stem like this, on a stem and leaf, just like this. You are supposed to be able to interpret this information. You are supposed to what? Interpret. To interpret is to give the meaning of what is given there, okay? To give like what is happening if I see this. Like I said, this is 03, so it means I have a 3. 07, I have a 7. 1 and 0, it means this is a 10. So the numbers that I'm having, there's a 10. 1 and 1, this one, it means I've got what? 11. 1 and 3, it means I've got 13. 2 and 3, it means I've got 23. 2 and 3, it means I've got 23. 2 and 5, it means I've got 25. 2 and 6, it means I've got 26. So these are the numbers that I was actually given, but they were presented on a stem and leaf. So on a stem and leaf. So you must be able to take it from the stem and leaf plot back to these numbers that you are used to. And also you must be able to interpret like here, how many, like maybe they can ask you how many students were, maybe these were the marks of the students. And they'll ask you how many students were being recorded. Then you have to count them. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there were 9 of them in total, which is the same thing that we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because these numbers, they're being taken from what? From the stem and what? The stem and leaf. The stem and leaf plot. Are we together on this part? All right. So, meaning to say that if I am given information here, I can take it back and analyze it the way that I understand, or I can just analyze it because I know that it is the same information as this one that I was used to in our ungrouped information. So we shall talk about that later on. Maybe you're asked to calculate the mean, you want to find the median, to determine the mode. You can even do that by just looking into this table. You can tell the answers. So we shall talk about that. But for now, we just want to plot our stem and leaf plot. Okay. I don't know where am I getting this this word. It's maybe because I've been working with the engineering studies for a long time now. Okay, anyways, guys, no problem. Let us save this question together. Please just forgive me. So we are given donating blood can help to save the life of someone, which is very, very true. And even yours, even mine, which is very, very true. Should you be in an accident one day and require blood, okay? Some circumstances like that might happen. The ages of 40 people who donated blood on a particular day are provided below. So these are the ages of the people, the age, like how old is someone? Okay, how old are you? That is the age. So they are saying here the ages of 40 people. So if you count these numbers, there are 40 of them. So if you have time, count 1, 1, 1, 1, you get 40 numbers there. Okay. So they are saying from this information, draw a stem and leaf plot for this data. We are going to draw a stem and leaf. Okay. What is this stem and leaf plot? This is the one that we've been talking about, where I showed you that one side represents the stem. The other part represents what? The leaf. Okay? So what you're going to do is that you're going to take your numbers according to their multiples, okay? According to the multiples that we see in these numbers that you're given. I just hope it's going to be clear so that you'll be able to follow me on these numbers, okay? So we are going to have our numbers and they're in the multiples, okay? So like I said, we're going to have the part of the stem and we are going to have the part of what? Of the leaf. There's no need for you to actually write stem and leaf, okay? You just need to know what it represents, that this is the stem and this is what? This is the leaf. This is what you just need to understand. Okay, so the part of the stem, like I said, it is represented in multiples of these numbers of 10, okay? Like working from 0, 10, 20, 30, 0, 10, 20, and so on. So we check our numbers. Do we have numbers that are between what? That are between 0 to 9, because we must have 0, 10, 20, 30, and so on. So between 0 and 9, do we have numbers here between these numbers, on the numbers that you're given between 0 and 9, like from my looking here, we do not have any number between what? Between 0 and 9. So there's nothing there, okay? Let's move on to 10. Between 10 and what? 19, because we must have 20 as a multiple there. So between 10 and 19, we have the numbers, and these must be in order. Yes, between 10 and 19, the numbers are there. 18 is there. 17 is there. 19 is there. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. There's nothing here. Let's move on. 17 also. All right, 18 again, 19 again. Okay. All right. I think these are the only numbers that we have. These are the only numbers that we have. Okay, so we're just going to try to write these numbers in order so that we'll be able to present them properly. Like I said, we are supposed to present them properly, okay? So let's see what we have according to these numbers in order. From this 17, the smaller one is 17 there, so you're going to have 17 followed by another 17. There are two 17 there, so it's going to be 17 again. 18 is the following, okay? So you're going to have 18 and 18 are the same. So it's 18 and 18, followed by 19 and 19, they are the same. 19 here and 19 like this. Okay, so these are the numbers that we have. So like I said, this part of the stem from numbers 10 to 19, the stem is what? Is 1. That's your stem. So you're going to take your stem, which is a 1. Okay, so let us just write these numbers in this one. A stem, which is 1. What about the leaf? These are the numbers that are remaining. If I remove each and every stem here, which is, if I remove this 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, what am I remaining? That is your leaf, the units. So these are the units that we're going to have here. We're going to remain with a 7. Here, we're going to remain with a 7. Here, we are going to remain with an 8. Here, we are going to remain with 8. On this 19, we are going to remain with 9. On this 19, we are going to remain with a 9. So that if we read again, 17, okay. Let's go another one, 17, okay. Let's go another one, 18, okay. 1 and 8, 18, 1 and 9, 19, 1 and 9, 19. So these are the numbers that we are given, but it's just presented in another way, which is the stem and leaf plot. Okay, so these were the numbers that we had from what? 10 to 19, okay? Let's see. From 20, we said from 20, these are multiples, as we are at 10, now at 20. So 20 is 20 to 29. So between 20 and 29, do we have numbers there between 20 to 29? Okay, so let's see, 20 to 29, 20, 20, 20, 20. Yes, there is 20 there. There is 26 here. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here, there is a 24. Okay, let's go again here. There's a 22. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. There's nothing here at 27, at 24, at 27 again. So these are the numbers that we only have there. So now let us take these numbers in order. Remember I said on the stem and leaf, it must be in order. Your stem must follow 1, 2. The leaf must be in order. 7, 8. Not to say we've got 9. We start with the 9. We must write that in order. Present these numbers in what? In order. Okay. That is the best way of presenting your what? Your stem and leaf. So let us write these numbers in order. The smallest one on these numbers from 20 to 29. What is the smallest number there? The smallest number is 20. All right. So I'm just gonna do this for this one. The rest, guys, we're just gonna write them direct on our stem and leaf. All right. So 20, followed by what? We also have 22, the smallest one. Do we have another 22? All right. Followed by 24. So you're gonna have 24 here. Another 24 here. Okay. Followed by what? From 24 we go to 26. 26. From 26 we go to 27. And there is another 27 here. These are all the numbers, but we just wrote them in order of size, in ascending order from 20 to 27. So these are the numbers that you're gonna just present. But like I said, if you're talking about numbers from 20 to 29, the stem is what? Is 2. So this is your stem, which is 2. Then the leaf are the remaining numbers. If you remove the stem, here you remain with a 0. Here you remain with a 2. Here you remain with a 4. Here you remain with a 4. So write these numbers corresponding and going, okay? Here you remain with a 6. Here you remain with a 7. Here we do not have anything, but here we're gonna have a digit because there's another number there, which is what? A 7. That does not matter. Don't force yourself and put a 0 there. It's now wrong. That will be wrong. Wherever there's no value, leave it like that, okay? You just leave it like that. Okay, so that is what we had from 20 to 29. Then 30 to 39. All right, so like I said, guys, we're not gonna finish if we do this. Let us just write direct, taking our smaller numbers as we can, all right? So you're gonna move from 30 to 39, 30 to 39. That means your stem there is going to be what? A 3. From 30 to 39, your stem is a 3. So we just need the leaves now. The leaf part, okay, let's just circle our 30, all from 30. Okay, we've got this one in black. I'm just gonna put the one in black. This one's 35. 39, 35. All right, 35. Okay, 35. 35, 34, 39, 35. There are so many values there. All right, but for the sake of revision, let me just write them down, okay? Let me just write them down. For starting with the smallest number, we are on the 30s, guys. We are on the 30s. Don't forget, on the 30s, here, the smallest one. Can you check? Can you check? Can you check, please? The ones in black, which one is the smallest one? Which one is the smallest one? The smallest one is 34. Okay, by looking properly, you can see that 34 is the smallest one. So we've got 34, followed by, do we have to have another 34? No, gonna be followed by 35. So I have a 35. I still have another 35 here, and I still have another 35 there. All right, is there any other 35? Yes, another 35. There are so many, guys. Another 35 here again. Okay, another 35 here again. There are so many. How many were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So are they all of them? There's another one here. Look, this one that just this one almost we got remaining. This one. There's another 35 there. Okay. Let's check again. Let's check again. Did we tick all of them? All right. I think I ticked all of them. The 35. So let's move on to the other number. From 35, what we have, we've got a 39. Yes, that's we've got a 39 here. And we also have another 39 there. Okay, so these were our numbers, guys, as you can see, from 30 to 39. And I said our stem is 3. So we have 3 here. So we're going to remain with it 4. If we write our stem 3, if the leaf there is what is 4, here we're going to remain with 5. Here we're going to remain with 5. Here we are going to have a 5. Here we are going to have a 5. Okay, there are so many here. Another 5. All right, another 5. Another one. And a 39. And a 39, which is a 9 there. Okay. So that is that we've got 34, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 39, 39. That is what it means. Are you able to interpret back after drawing this stem and leaf plot? Are you able to interpret? If you are able to interpret, that's very good. But if not, then let us try to do so as I am doing right now. The way that I'm showing you, this is the way that you can interpret, all right? In whatever stem and leaf plot that you're gonna have, you can interpret it that way. All right, so we are in the 30s. Let's move on to the 40s. From 40, because we're gonna have 0, 10, 20, 30. So you're gonna have a 40. So we need from 40 to 49, okay? In the 40s, from 40 to 49, 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on. 59, 69, 79, provided that we have those numbers, okay? So in the 40s, because here there are so many things, let me just remove, as long we focus on the numbers that we want. So as we want to focus with what? With 40, okay? So we are focusing with the numbers in the 40s this time. So in the 40s, what is your stem? Your stem is what? Your stem is 4. So you're gonna just write your stem here, which is 4. So you just want the numbers representing what? The leaf. So let us take our numbers in the 40s. In the 40s, we've got 42. In the 40s, in the 40s, in the 40s, we've got 41. We've got 42 again, 43. In the 40s, in the 40s, in the 40s, in the 40s, we've got 47. We've got 48. In the 40s, these are the only 40s that we have. Okay, let's write them down. So we said in order, the smallest one, as you can see, there is 41. So there's 41 followed by 42 and 42, 42 and 42, followed by 43, followed by 47, followed by 48. These are the ones that we have. So you're gonna have our numbers like this. So if we take them properly, we have taken the stem already, the 4 is taken. So what do we remain with? We remain with the 1, that is your leaf, 1. Here we remain with a 2. If we remove a 4, here we remain with what? A 2. Here we remain with a 3. Here we are going to remain with a 7. Here we are going to remain with what? 8. That's your what? Your leaf. Okay, so that is what you're gonna have in that case. 1, 2, 2, 3, 7. So it's good. 41, 42, 42, 43, 47, 48. These are the numbers. Okay. Let's move on from 50. 50 to what? 50 to 59. All right. So it's gonna be from 50 to 59. 50 to 59. Let me just write it here. 50 to 59. Let me indicate that way. So let's take our numbers, guys, here from 50 to 59. Which numbers are you gonna consider here? In the 50s. 50s, there's nothing on top. 53. Okay, so let me just write it properly. 53. A 50 here. A 57, a 55, a 54. We are still in the 50s, 50, 50, 50, from 50 to 59. 53, 50, those are the ones. Those are the ones that we have, which is 2, 4, only 6. Okay, so let's start with the smaller one, which is 50. Remember that number was a 50 here. So that's the smaller one. So you're gonna have 50. Followed by 53, which is the same as this, 53, followed by 54, followed by what? By 55, followed by what? By 57. So this is what you're gonna have at the end. So your stem, in that case, your stem is 5. Remember we said the number that you have, the first one there, from 0 to 90 something, but from 100, your stem will be 10, 10, 11, 12. Those will be your stems. We shall talk about that one, like I said, in our next class. Okay, anyways, so the stem here was going to be what? A 5. So you're gonna have your 5 as your stem. From 50 to 59, the number there, the starting value is what? Is 5. So meaning to say the leaf from 50, the leaf that is gonna remain is what? It's a 0 now. If you remove 5, you're gonna remain with a 0. Here you remain with a 3. Here you're gonna remain with a 3. Here you're gonna remain with a 4. Here you're gonna remain with a 5 and a 7. So that these are the numbers that you're gonna have on the side of the leaf. Okay. 60 to 69. From 60 to 69, let's check what do we have from 60 to 69. These numbers, which, and their stem is what? From 60 to 69, the stem is what? The stem is 6. Okay. So let's take our numbers first. 60 to 69. We have numbers here. 60, 60, 60. We have got 64 here. 65, 66, 63, 66. These are the only ones that I'm seeing. 5 of them. No problem. Let's write them down. The smallest one is what? 63, followed by 64, followed by 65, 66, 66, like this. Okay. So these are the numbers that you're given. So I'm gonna write. Remember we said from 60 to 69, the stem is the 6, the first, the multiple there, the one that you have, the first digit to maintain, like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So the multiple there is a 6. You're gonna take 6, and the leaf is the one that is remaining, which is 3. Here we remain with a 4. Here we remain with a 5. Here we remain with a 6, and here we remain with a 6. So this is the part of what? Of the leaf, which is the unit part. So we've got, remember, we've got tens and units, if you still remember that part, and tens and units. So these are the units, these are the tens. Okay, so like I said, you're talking about multiples of what? Multiples of 10. That's what I was saying in the introduction of this video, if you still remember. So that is how we could have drawn this. Do you have numbers greater than in the 70s? In the 70s, we do not have here. We do not have anything in the 70s. So meaning to say, in fact, can you donate blood in the 70s? To be too much, but it's fine. but we do not have here, according to the survey that was made, we do not have anyone who was in the 70s on this one. Okay, so this is how we could have taken our information. So like I said, if you know to interpret your stem and leaf plot, you can be able to use it even to draw, even to find mean, mode, those measures of dispensation. We shall talk about those calculations actually on a different class. But for this one, I just wanted you to know that you can have a condition of this nature, and it is now in your hands to revise as much questions as you can. All right. Then the other part now was to draw a frequency bar graph for this data. Okay, a frequency bar graph. Remember, this one is drawn according to the frequency. Okay, but now they are not just saying draw it; they are saying group. Okay, group the what? The data in appropriate age. You are supposed to group the data or the information in appropriate ages from 10 to 19 years old, 20 to 29 years, and so on and so on. So if it is grouping like this, already this was the purpose of our stem and leaf plot, because here we were grouping, these were multiples. Remember, I was talking about from 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29. So already we have grouped these numbers. So it is easier to take from our stem and leaf, because here we've got 17, 18, 18, 19, 18. So already we have grouped our numbers. In the group of 20, in the group of 30s, the group of 40s, the group of 50s, the group of 60s. Remember, what was your plot in the previous case? This one, it's a group of 10 to what? To 19. This one, a group of 20 to 29. This one is a group of 30 to 39. This one is a group of 40 to 49. The tens, they move on to 50, 50 to 59. The group of 60, 60 to 69. So already we have grouped our corresponding information. So what is required, if we have already grouped our information like this, what is required for us to know is that when we are to plot, or if we are to draw a frequency bar graph, what is it that we are drawing? It is a graph that is drawing according or using the frequency. We draw this graph using what? Using the frequencies. It works, or it is drawn using the frequencies with the information that you are given, but you are supposed to use what? You are supposed to use the frequencies. So what am I trying to say? If we have grouped our information like we have done, to say this is the group of, like we have taken our information from 10 to 19, it means that your frequency graph here, your frequency bar graph is going to be like this. Okay, sorry for that, guys. I hope it's not gonna disturb my class, this thing that just happened here.